Alright, hey guys. This is a different kind of video than y'all are used to. I'm out on my patio, and it's just me this time. But I just wanted to give y'all a pregnancy update. I am now 12 weeks and 2 days, and so this is going to be more of my...
Bailey, is it going good so far?
Yeah, it's going great.
Okay, you look great.
Thank you.
Alright, good luck.
As I was saying, this is my first trimester update, or just overview, since we kept this a secret from y'all for just a little while. Anyway, so this is a recap of my first trimester, so we're just going to jump right into it. So we're going to start out with when I found out that I was pregnant. So Colin and I had been trying. This baby's not a surprise. This was actually our first month of really trying, and so we felt pregnant the first month, so we're definitely very blessed for that. In my reaction video, I was more shocked that I saw 2 dark lines rather than shocked that I was pregnant, because I was hoping that I was, and I was only a day late, so that's why I was more shocked than anything. So I was like, there's a spider. But I was more shocked because I was like, oh my gosh, there's actually lines there. So I've taken tests before and they've all been negative or had really faint lines, which ended up not being a pregnancy, obviously. Ooh. Don't do wasps. Also, before I found out, one of my biggest symptoms was my boobs were hurting. And they wouldn't stop. Usually that only happens about 4 days before my period, and then it goes away, but it just happened way earlier than normal. And they hurt, just the pain got more intense, and so it was almost to the point where I couldn't even wear a bra. It hurt. And yeah, you can see that in my announcement video. I was talking about how they were sore when Colin picked me up. That has continued pretty much this whole time. It's kind of lessened now that I've gotten to week 12. They don't hurt as bad, but they're still pretty sensitive. They've also gotten stupidly bigger that it's so hard to wear clothes that are appropriate, and I'm not just everywhere showing everybody my stuff. So, and I've been kind of crampy this whole time, like pretty much crampy off and on this whole time. That's really been a more consistent symptom. Pretty crampy. Nothing too bad, no spotting with it or anything, so it's normal, but that's something that I've experienced that has been kind of crappy. So like the nausea was pretty bad. I mean, at work it was really hard to eat. I had mashed potatoes, like soups, lots of water when I could get it. I've only thrown up just a few times, it's nothing bad. It's only when I've waited too long to eat and my stomach's not ready for food, and then I throw up. It's not constant throughout the day or anything, but the nausea is. And I just have to eat really slow. Even through, starting like week 5, everything I would eat I had to eat really slow, breathe through it, because my stomach was just not wanting hardly anything. Nothing sounded good. I know when the nausea has gotten, or when the nausea got too hard to handle, Colin and I definitely like laid hands and prayed over me, and that actually helped. I think that's why, I really do think God is one of the reasons why I didn't have such a hard morning sickness phase this first trimester. Whoa. I think that's because, I don't know, we were faithful in prayer and just praying about it instead of finding other means of trying to fix the problem, but going straight to God about something that we know that He can fix and heal, which helped. Like, I'm not even kidding. There were several times where Colin prayed, and for the next three to 4 days, I had no nausea, and I was able to eat, and so I think that's what has really helped out for sure. Another thing that's really cool is Colin and I have taken up praying for our baby at night. Like, we'll lay hands and start praying just about our baby's future, what they're going to be like. I think the biggest thing that we keep praying about is praying that the baby is a warrior for God. And so we're kind of excited to see how that turns out, because that's something that a quality that we're praying, just to be a warrior for the Lord. But yeah, around weeks 8 and 9, that's when we really told our parents, which is funny because most of them were kind of guessing beforehand, especially my family, because we see them every weekend. So like my mom and dad kind of knew. They were like, we knew you were acting kind of weird, but we didn't know why. We thought you were just, I don't know. But everyone else they were pretty shocked, but also like were kind of guessing, because when I was with them, I was like, man, I'm really tired. Like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sleep the whole time. And everyone keeps asking, but it's really funny. Everyone's like, so have you been craving anything weird, like pickles and ice cream, or hot sauce on a turkey sandwich or something? That actually sounds good. I actually have more food aversions than I do cravings. Foods that I've loved previously before I got pregnant were eggs, bacon, Mexican food, and like coffee. Those are like staples in my diet. Had them maybe once a day, if not multiple times a week. And then as soon as I got pregnant, and like as the weeks have gone on, I really don't want Mexican food. Can't stand coffee. Now, I like the smell, but I have no desire to drink it whatsoever. And eggs, I've actually thrown up and gotten nauseous with several times. So eggs are out. I really am looking forward to being able to eat all my favorite foods again, which may not happen until after I'm pregnant or after I'm done being pregnant, but it is what it is. I've actually been looking for a swimsuit top, because I mentioned that the girls have gotten bigger. And my swimsuit top that I had from last year fits, but it's not family friendly. Probably wouldn't wear it around anyone other than Colin and close family. And so finding a swimsuit top has been really hard, because I'm small around here, but the girls are a stupid size for how small I am. So I can't find a tie swimsuit in the back or up here that fits around here that's covering enough. So that's been my struggle so far. I'm sure I'll find one, but that's been the struggle the past 2 weeks, is finding clothes that fit up here. My stomach hasn't really grown, my bottom half hasn't grown, so like my pants are fine, except for one pair of jeans that I've ripped, but that was because they already had a rip in them. But this past week, week 12, when I found out I was actually 4 days earlier than I thought I was, so we got to have our first ultrasound. We got to see the baby. Baby's crazy. Baby moves around a whole bunch. They barely got the heartbeat down because baby was just everywhere. Kept moving. Anytime we tried to get a good picture, baby would, do a cheerleader move or kick, which I'm surprised I haven't felt anything yet. I haven't felt baby kick. I think baby's still small and it's like about that big. And so I'm not feeling anything yet, but I'm surprised because literally baby is the biggest wiggle worm ever. It just moves everywhere. I forgot to mention the things that I've cried over. Now, I have been ridiculously emotional about dumb stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. If my emotion gets too sad or too happy from like a good medium, I'll start crying. Doesn't matter what it is. Start crying. So things I've cried about is various things regarding graduations. Multiple times in the store, started crying. Now I was watching Crash Course History, like John Green, and it was talking about the history of 4th of July, and fireworks came on screen, and I was not prepared because I started crying about fireworks and the 4th of July, and I couldn't control myself. Started crying. I was like, I have to calm down. There's no reason to be crying about the 4th of July. Oh yeah, and there's a commercial about an old man handing out Hershey's chocolate, and I legit saw it the other day, and like I just started crying. I don't know why. It was really sweet, an old man being sweet. I don't know. Started crying. I looked at Colin. He's like, "Are you crying again?" I was like, "Yes," and I can't stop. But yeah, I think that is it, unless I need to add more later. But
This is your dad speaking, and I love you, and bye bye.
Baba. Colin, you want to do the outro?
Oh, I want to do the outro. Let's see. Oh yeah, hey, like, subscribe, hit the bell, blah blah blah. Do that stuff, and I love Haley.
Oh.
Bye.
Alright, so here's my belly at 12 weeks and 2 days. It's not that big, but the only thing I can tell you is I know right here has gotten a little rounder than what it used to be, so there's belly.